What up, guys? Quick update here, news story for you. And this is something that shocked me, but didn't shock me at the very same time, and you'll understand why. So a couple of days ago, I was scrolling through Instagram, and I came across a particular post, a news story about censorship. Now, of course, that doesn't shock me. Censorship is everywhere, something I'm dealing with myself. But this was censorship about something called ORGONITE. And again, it doesn't really shock me, but I was fairly shocked once I began reading the details of what exactly happened in this instance of ORGONITE censorship. Now, I'm going to get to that piece of news, but first I want to talk about what ORGONITE is and where it came from, because I know a lot of you out there probably aren't familiar with it. Now, this is ORGONITE. I have a lot of it, actually. This is a small piece. Here's an example. I have a few of these. And here's my most recent piece, probably my biggest one. You know, a lot of people actually just gift me ORGONITE because they want to offer me some energetic protection, which this helps with. So thank you, everybody. But I have some of it. It's great stuff. Scatter it around my house here, and I travel with it all the time. Keep away the bad juju, you know. So let's talk about ORGONITE itself and where it came from. The man who developed the idea and the science behind ORGONITE and developed ORGONITE itself, his name is Wilhelm Reich. If you're not familiar with Wilhelm Reich's work, go check it out, read it, study it, learn about him. Because let me tell you, the powers that be, the deep state, did not like this guy, okay? Wilhelm Reich was a psychologist. He was a psychoanalyst, and he began as an understudy of Freud, but he had some key differences with Freud's work, so he broke off and forged his own path. But Wilhelm Reich essentially studied the mind in regards to sexual energy, how the masculine and feminine takes shape within the character structures in the psyche. And he also studied life force energy, how masculine and feminine kind of come together to create this life force energy. He called it orgon, of course, because he was studying sexual energy, orgasm, so he came to call this life force energy orgon after that. Of course, it goes by many more names, chi, prana, etc., etc. So this life force energy, Wilhelm Reich began studying immensely, and he actually created material such as orgon that would help to accumulate and enhance this life force energy. He would create ORGONITE accumulators, they were called, basically boxes that a human being could stay in for a length of time, and it would help to literally heal them of various diseases. And he also, he just did a lot of work into this life force energy and how to work with it, how to use it to enhance not only somebody's body, but their mind, their whole energetic structure of being. So that being said, like I said, the deep state didn't like Reich, right? So they actually found a way to imprison him. They put him in a psych ward, actually, and I think he died in that psych ward. And not only that, but since he was in prison, they found a way to commandeer a lot of his stuff, take his stuff, and they literally burned his books. The FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, burned Wilhelm Reich's books. So that tells you right there what he was studying were some secrets that the deep state didn't want out there. And ORGONITE, the idea of orgon, one of those secrets. So that's why I'm sharing it here with you. Now I'm going to talk about this little piece of censorship that I came across. So this, like I said, was an Instagram post about a woman. Apparently her name was Janelle, and she had an Etsy shop. She was selling, knickknacks, things on Etsy, accessories and whatnot. And her Etsy shop was called The Organized Earth, and she was selling orgon on it for people to buy for whatever reason. Like I said, it helps with energetic protection, life force energy enhancement, etc., etc. So the reason that Etsy deleted her account, they said that these items were removed. I'm going to put up a screenshot of what I'm talking about here. These items were removed in accordance with a notice that we received from the U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission, as well as Etsy's prohibited items policy. Etsy prohibits items that present an unreasonable risk of harm or that violate their basically terms of service. And they said that the U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission stated that orgon contained nuclear or radioactive material, as well as items presented with qualities associated with radioactive material. Although ETSI cannot independently determine the radioactive nature of all the minerals, stones, and other materials, blah, 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 since we received this notification from a government agency, we're taking it down. So literally, whatever government agency that was said, hey, you can't have your orgone on the store because it's radioactive. It's not radioactive at all. Total different form of energy. Trust me, if this stuff was radioactive, I would have like 3 eyes. Well, I had 3 eyes, pineal gland, 4 eyes, I'd have cancer by now, and a lot of other people would too. So the reason this stuff is being censored is because it works. Not only are they trying to take physical goods off the market, orgonite, things that help people's physical bodies, but the base of the matter here is that they're trying to censor science, true science, not the fake science that they try to give us, but what they're trying to censor is the secrets, the knowledge, the esoteric knowledge they don't want coming to the masses, such as Wilhelm Reich's work. So there you go, guys. Orgonite, Wilhelm Reich, censorship of the stuff, the science. It continues. Like I say, censorship is not a political, partisan thing. Everything is being censored these days. Everything that the control systems, the powers that shouldn't be on this planet, don't want out there. So what does that mean? I'm going to tell you about it, and you should look into it. Talk to you soon.